Hey guys, Anubis here, and today is going to be the day that I unbox my new GPU. I actually recorded that obviously before I got on the computer, otherwise wouldn't have been able to get on the computer. But so far I'm digging it. It's still something I'm trying to get used to. I've never had an AMD GPU before, and so I'm trying to get used to it and try to get used to the tuning and I had to finagle my settings quite a bit on OBS speaking of which, let's put that in the background, to get it to work, but I usually have to do that with NVIDIA GPUs as well. It's just a matter of getting your own personal settings right, with what build you have. So, but yeah, why don't we go ahead and I'll get into the unboxing, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in a second to run over some specs and to do some gameplay testing. So let's get into it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing. Like I had been telling you guys for the last week or so, I got a new graphics card, and today this is what we're unboxing. It is the MSI Gaming Z Trio, and it is the RX 6800 XT, 16 gigabytes of memory, RDNA 2. So why don't we just go ahead and get into it. I might need something to open this. We'll just use the nail file part of my nail clippers, because I don't have a knife or scissors on hand. But this is a monster of a card. When I got the package and I took the graphics card box out, I mean, it's pretty heavy. We're gonna weigh it today too. Obviously we're gonna get out of the box first and then weigh it, but that's what we're gonna do, because I am super curious to see how heavy this card is. It's got a ginormous heat sink on it, and it's a 13-inch 3-slot card. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be at least 4 or 5 pounds, somewhere in there, give or take. Just trying to move this box. So hopefully you guys can see okay. I got, as you can see over here, I got a kitty litter container and some other things that I got using to prop my phone up. I don't have like an actual dedicated phone mount or anything like that, but why don't we check out the paperwork. One thing I like I already know what to expect for all the paperwork and all the contents, but there's some cool stuff that MSI includes in their packaging for this. So the first thing is this cool little, it's like an instruction pamphlet, but it's in the art style of like a comic book, and it has MSI Red Dragon, and just a cool little, I don't know if you want to call it collector's item, but a cool little thing to have to add to your tech collection, I guess. So there's that, and then we got package contents, and I'm guessing it's just a quick user guide. And that's pretty much it. Graphics card support bracket, installation guide, all that stuff. So nothing too crazy about what you would expect, plus the comic book. So we're going to put that aside, and we'll get this off. So right here, this is another bonus that I really like that they added to the packaging. Or, yeah, well, with the packaging, the graphics card and stuff. So you get a GPU support bracket. I mean, it's not the most fancy thing, but I mean, that's more than what other AIBs do. So I think other companies could really learn from this, or even NVIDIA or AMD themselves, for the reference models. Maybe, since cards are getting so heavy, just, for free, include some kind of simple support bracket like this. Really nice to have, especially for the really heavy cards like this, because like I said, this card it's pretty hefty, and seeing it in person now, I'm coming to the realization that this card is very good freaking god. Yeah, this card is bigger than I imagined. God, it is very heavy. Yeah, that's got to be at least 4 pounds. Like, that is a chunky monster beast of a card. So let's go ahead and get the card out of the bag. We'll just put the anti-static bag back in here, I guess. Alright, so here it is. It's kind of hard to get a good angle on it here without knocking my phone off the cat litter container. There's the inputs. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm trying my best. But you get one HDMI and 3 display ports, pretty standard. And then, I don't know how well you can see it, but look at the size of that heat sink. It's massive. You got 5 giant heat pipes in there. Here's an even better angle. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but in person this thing is freaking massive. Like, I want to say the cooler is probably a good 1.5 inches thick, if not thicker. We're going to get this installed. I don't know if I'm going to do the installation on camera, but I will definitely show you what it looks like after I get it installed, because I'm going to have to install a support bracket, and I don't really have anything to prop my phone up at that angle to where you guys can really see that well. So we're going to go ahead and get that done, and I will catch you in a second here and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, so I got the GPU in there. It took me way longer to get it in there than I had hoped. Here, let's zoom it out a bit. It won't let me do it while I'm... Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, it's in there. Getting that GPU bracket in there was a pain in the ass because the card is so damn big. And, yeah, pain in the ass. But anyways, let's boot up the computer. Okay, well, it's lighting up. Because I was worried about it being in all the way in the PCIe slot, because this cable management cutout here is like flush up against the back of the GPU. But as you see, we do got a post, so that's good. Wait for Windows to boot up. Okay, there we go. Alright, so great outcome. I'll give you a look at the RGB again. You can see it's got a light bar and the MSI logo lights up. It slowly changes colors. It's hard to tell on camera, especially on my phone. My phone has a shitty camera, but... Alright, so we'll go ahead. I'll get the NVIDIA drivers uninstalled, get the AMD drivers installed, and then we'll go ahead and get to testing some games and stuff. For you, it'll be like 1 second. For me, it's probably going to be the next half hour or so. So, we'll see. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that. I know it probably wasn't the best quality. I kind of have to work with what I have. I don't have a phone mount or anything like that. And as you can see from the video, well, hopefully you can tell from the video, it probably doesn't do it much justice. But the GPU is fucking massive. It's huge. I knew it was going to be big, but it was... it still surprised me how big and how heavy it was, and I actually forgot to weigh the GPU. I know I said I was going to do that, and it totally slipped my mind. I kind of just wanted to get it in my computer, and I forgot. But I'm going to guess it weighs roughly 4 or 5 pounds. It is very heavy, and, you know, most of that is the heatsink and everything, because it's just got that big-ass heatsink on it. But yeah, as you can see from my case, like, it takes up a lot more space in my case than that 2060 Super ever did. Like, that thing was like a little baby card compared to this thing. It's a good size for sure. But why don't we run down some specs here? As you can see, I got some statistics through the AMD software pulled up on the side of the screen. This is just the AMD equivalent of the statistic thing for NVIDIA. or not NVIDIA, Afterburner, excuse me. So it's the same thing. Actually, it's a little bit more in depth, like just automatically. So you don't have to tune any like settings or anything like that to get all the stuff on there that you want. It's pretty much all on there already. I did do a slight overclock, and I don't know how stable it is yet, but I didn't go too overboard. I kind of just moved the slider over, and I guess it tops out at 2790. I definitely didn't hit the lottery on this silicon for this GPU because some of the stuff I couldn't tune as much as I would have liked, but it's okay. I don't need a crazy overclock anyway because this is still a beast of a GPU and everything. But I undervolted it just a little bit. I undervolted it by like 45 megahertz or millivolts, just to, you know, keep it a little bit on the more cooler side. Though I haven't had any issues in my testing so far with it getting too hot or anything. It's been really cool, and actually it's been keeping the fan on the GPU off. The fans haven't been running. It's 0 decibel fan, so when it's not hot enough, the fans will stay off. But I cranked the memory speed up all the way because, as you guys know, or may not know actually, but you may know that the frequency for the VRAM on AMD cards is significantly lower than NVIDIA cards, which is why they have a higher boost frequency than NVIDIA cards, because it kind of offsets that. It counteracts that, so makes up for the lack of speed there. But I got an extra 150 megahertz added to the VRAM, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. Again, not that I'm probably going to need it, but let's see. So, I mean, that's pretty much it for the overclocking. I didn't really do too much. And you can look over here, I still got the PBO Max overclock set to 4850 on my CPU. And over here you can see the graphics card stuffs if you want to look at that. But yeah, not too bad. Why don't we go ahead and get into some gameplay testing? I haven't really done a whole lot of it yet. I just did some finagling trying to get things set up proper for OBS, and that took a while actually. So we're going to go ahead and get into some gameplay. We'll pop up cross out here, and I'll see you guys once we get into a match. Alright guys, so here we are. We're on Fortress. Not the best map for this build, but as you can see on the side there, we're at, you know, 2600 megahertz, 221 watts, which actually isn't that bad. Our GPU utilization is only at 70 to 80% though, so there's that. And you can see our frame rate is pretty high. I'm stuttering a little bit, but that's probably just because I maxed out my frame rate. Oh, there's a guy. Let's mess him up. Oh, ouch. Ouchie doodles, Batman. Woo. Barely dodged. So I haven't played Crossout in about 2 weeks now, guys, so please bear with me if I'm not doing the best that I can do. Oh, I lost a fortune. Dang it. We're playing on our main account right now, so I do have better weapons and stuff. Damn it. So our FPS did drop down a bit. Once we got into some action, it dropped down to about 180, 200. But, not too terrible. I mean, like I said, I am getting a little bit of stuttering. And I know stuttering can be an issue on AMD GPUs. One big game that it has an issue on is Destiny 2, which we're going to test out today. And we're going to figure out if it does the whole really bad stutter effect, or, you know, what happens if it runs smooth. We're going to crank the settings all the way up on 1440p. All these tests, guys, by the way, are going to be in 1440p. So we're just going to crank the settings and have at it. As you might have saw there, my GPU power draw did go up to 260 watts. The rated TDP for this card before an overclock is 300 watts, but it can pull up to 350 watts with an overclock like I applied. So why don't we go ahead? I just said that twice. I derped out. We're gonna go and jump into some Destiny 2 gameplay, and we're gonna see how it performs. Max settings, 1440p. We are gonna turn some things down lower, like shadows and stuff. Just things that most people, including myself, would normally turn down. And we're gonna go from there. We're just gonna jump into the world, see how it performs. So I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, here we are in game. We're holding 144 FPS, no problem. Let's go ahead and open our settings. Whoops, I'm already on there. Okay, so video. We are gonna turn the frame rate cap off. Now, shadow quality is one of those things I always keep on medium, so we're gonna leave that how it is. Motion blur is another thing I always leave off. And wind impulse on. Film grain off. Those are like the three settings I always leave off. So let's go highest. We'll turn shadow quality on medium. Motion blur off. And that should do it. So let's go ahead and apply changes. Let's go back. Alright, so in this scene right here, it actually threw us right into a mission. I haven't been on in a while, and I don't have the expansion, so it just kind of tossed us right in. But as you can see, we're at, you know, roughly 180 FPS, max settings, 1440p, looks like it's coming up to 200 in some areas. Noticed any stutters yet, maybe some micro stuttering, but nothing crazy.
This is not the way.
I don't know where to go. So we're just gonna, I want to get into some combat and see what our FPS ends up at.
Do you see the phantoms?
But it does help to go through some of these areas too, so we can get a gist of
generated by the lunar pyramid.
what's going on here.
Dredged trauma like scorch marks lifted from a ruin. They are not as
Come on, give me some guys. Give me some bad guys. That right there, that wasn't a micro stutter, guys. That was just typical Destiny loading in bullshit. So far, so good, though. I haven't noticed any stutters, but I do have the latest AMD drivers. And the last time I saw any reported stuttering for this game on this GPU was like almost a year ago. I see the markers. Where the hell are they? Where are all the enemies at?
Vines fuse to spine and skull, stimulating brain activity. An experiential perpetuity.
I mean, so far so good. My 2060 Super couldn't do this. Not even close. I think on max settings on my 2060 Super, we maybe got like 100 FPS. Probably not even that. But yeah, so far so good. Pretty smooth. Not noticing any issues. The hell?
You see her?
Zavala.
Don't let her go.
I don't even know if I remember my buttons for my grenade and ability and shit.
I have seen your kind before.
X.
You seek oblivion.
Okay, so X is my
This
heal.
could be a trap.
It's not. Pursue this lead.
Odyssey. Proceed with caution.
A lot of dead bodies. Where do we go? Up. Creepy. The hell? Yeah, this is all new to me. Come on, let me fight some stuff. I mean, so far we've been holding around 200 FPS though, max settings, so it's not too bad at all.
At random. But I do not believe this is the Guardian's nightmare.
Pulling between 230, 270 watts. Still not that bad. Temps 56, 57C, so not bad at all.
Stow your weapon.
Enemies! Let me fight.
Keep from sight. You can see. Move.
I can't damage him. Whoa, hello, big guy. Yeah, I can't damage him. God, dude.
Destroy the Ark conduit.
Ow, you big bitch. So, in combat with that guy, around 170 FPS. That's still really good.
To darkness, allowing passage through fungal barriers. Agitates the pod and coat
Oh,
yourself,
this crap. I
but
remember
take
this
care.
shit. What we gotta do? Did I miss something? I don't know what we gotta do. I don't know. But we'll go ahead and... Oh, I gotta go that way. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna get out of Destiny 2. Not bad frame rates at all for cranked settings. Not bad at all. So let's go ahead and get on to the next game. Alright guys, so here we are. We're on Vanguard. We're gonna test it out on here, see how it goes. So as you can see, I got it on custom, but I have everything set to ultra and high. Just everything's cranked. Well, except for that. Apply that 90%. And yeah, 2560 by 1440p. And everything's on, everything's cranked. So let's go ahead and hop into a match. We're not gonna play a whole match, but we'll go ahead and hop into a match and see how it goes. We'll just do like TDM, I guess, and I'll see you in the gameplay. Alright guys, so here we are, 1440p, cranked settings, and looks like we're getting about 100 FPS or so. Now keep in mind, I haven't played this game in forever. So, one, my aim's probably going to be really bad, and two, I'm probably not going to do very good at it, just in general. Wrong button. Whoops. Oh! Shit. So, looks like our average is maybe about 110, 120, something like that. Honestly, can't stand this map. It's freaking ass. Oh, damn it. I used to be really good at this game, but not too much anymore.
I'm through. Throwing grenade. I got a care package.
See, now that I'm trying hard,
Machine in sight.
I'm actually doing decent. But, yeah, so, I mean, not too bad. I mean, having absolutely cranked settings,
Bombers on the way.
not too bad at all.
I'm through.
Oh god, I'm stuck. But yeah, I think that's probably going to do it for our testing, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And yeah, just drop me a like. And if you're new and you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more. And I may do more tech videos in the future when I get some more stuff or I upgrade something or whatever. But for now, that's going to be about it. And I will be doing some Battle Pass stuff probably on Crossout. That's coming out next week. So I will be buying the Battle Pass as long as it's still only, I think the base version is only $10. I'll be scooping that up. So I'll probably go ahead and get that, and I'll show you guys some stuff with that and let you know what all is in the update if I can. And yeah, so that's going to do it for today, guys. This is Anubis Tech and Games, and I'll catch you on the next one.